Hi everyone. Let's start. So last class we have discussed weak acid, weak base, salt hydrolysis, right? We solved some questions also on the same. किधर चले गए थे शबनम जी कल आप? कल क्लास क्यों नहीं आए?
सर
अरे कुछ तो बोलिए।
मैंने सोचा सर रिकॉर्डिंग से कर लूंगा कल से।
आदित्य की राह पे
उसकी
चलना।
नहीं सर, उसकी एक पहली वाली भी छूटी थी, वो आखिरी की 20 मिनट की, और एक दिन वो लेट आया था तो उस चक्कर में सर।
चलिए. So let's start buffer solution. Okay. Vihan, are you there?
So I'm there, sir. I'm just facing some issue with owning my camera. Just give me 5 minutes.
Okay. What is buffer? Spreya, what is buffer? What do you mean by buffer?
सर बैकअप।
हम्म. बैकअप, क्या बात है, एकदम बिल्कुल इसने एकदम वो वाला मीनिंग दे दिया. ठीक है, बैकअप. कितना बफर में बचा है, ऐसा ना, वो वाला लॉजिक. ठीक है, शरणम जी, व्हाट इज बफर?
सर सॉल्यूशन को ही मिलाते हैं वो।
ओके, लिखिए, फर्स्ट पॉइंट लिखिए. बफर सॉल्यूशन आर दोज सॉल्यूशंस दैट resist change in pH for small amount addition of even strong acid or strong base. So I'll repeat once again the statement. There are 3-4 parts in this. One is that resist change in pH. Next is for small amount addition of even strong acid or strong base. Strong acid और strong base के केस में भी चेंज ना शो करे, वो हो गया बफर सॉल्यूशन. ओके, फाइन. Now, so first question comes up, what is meaning of resisting change? What do you mean by resisting change? कौन बताएगा? अब रेजिस्ट करने को कैसे आप डिफाइन करोगे? लाइक लेट्स से pH is 5, it becomes 5.1, तो इसने रेजिस्ट किया कि नहीं किया? pH is 5, it becomes 6, रेजिस्ट किया कि नहीं किया? pH is 5, became 7, रेजिस्ट किया कि नहीं किया? How do you define it? Yes, Vihan.
So when it doesn't let it dramatically change.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. So what is meaning of dramatically change? What is the value that we have to keep in mind? Okay. So to define that, we define another term which is called buffer range. Okay. So we say that if pH value is changing in this range, pK plus minus 1, okay, we say that this buffer is within the buffer range. अब थोड़ा सा number scale का idea आपको होगा, right? So let's say this is number scale and this value is pKa. So where is pK plus 1? This is pK plus 1, and what is pK minus 1? 1 left, right? So in this range, I will call this as acting as a buffer. So next question can be asked. What if it breaches this range? Breach कर गया इसको. Breach मतलब बाहर निकल गया. pH 5 है, 9 हो, 10 हो. That's not buffer, right? So to get buffer solution, we have to ensure that it does not breach the range of buffer. Are you getting this point? अब ये तो हो गया mathematical aspect and definition aspect. Now the question is, what kind of solutions will be qualified to do this? So next question is, what all qualify? Then how will they resist? दोनों का आपको लॉजिकली और विद मैथमेटिकली आंसर देना होगा. So what will qualify to be called buffer? Any idea? कैसे सॉल्यूशन बफर बनेंगे? कैसे सॉल्यूशन स्ट्रॉन्ग एसिड स्ट्रॉन्ग बेस मिक्स करने पे भी ज्यादा चेंज नहीं होंगे? So if you just think with a very layman logic also, you can understand that if let's say it is a strong acid, if you add some strong base, it will take quick change in pH. If it is a strong base, you put something, it will go other way around, right? But if you want to see minimal change, can I say first thing which comes to our mind that thing should be weak. It should not be very strong, right? And it should be in such a way that if you're adding something, it is creating some kind of counter effect. So कुछ इक्विलिब्रियम वाला फीलिंग आ रहा है कि इधर अपना कुछ बढ़ा, इधर बढ़ गया, फिर इससे वापस आ गया, ऐसा कुछ होना चाहिए, है ना? ऐसे ये सोच तो पा रहे हो एटलीस्ट कि ऐसा कुछ हो रहा होगा सॉल्यूशन में. So let's see what all solutions will qualify in this range. So one is, there are two type of buffer that we define broadly. One is weak acid, salt of same weak acid with strong base. Other is weak base, salt of same weak base with strong acid. Remember, this weak base has to be same. And this weak acid has to be same. ऐसा नहीं acid आपने कोई सा लिया, salt किसी और से बना ली. Then it is not buffer. Okay. So this is known as acidic buffer. And this is known as basic buffer. Now the next question. What all will qualify? ये तो उसका आंसर हो गया. Now the question is how? How will they resist change in pH? So see the chemistry of this. Let's take one weak acid. Let's say we take CH3, COOH. Is it a weak acid? Yes, it is a weak acid. What is dissociation of it? It is CH3CO minus plus H plus. Take the weak acid and strong base salt. So sodium hydroxide के साथ बना लो CH3COONA. How will it break? It will break as CH3COO minus plus Na plus. And since it is salt, we will consider salts breaking almost completely in their existence, right? पूरा break कर जाएगा. जो भी amount आप लेके चलते हो, it goes like that. So let's say this is C1 molar and this was C2 molar. So can we say this C1 molar is almost C1 unit of acetate from here. And this C2 will be C2 minus X and X and X. Then we will apply common ion effect of CH3CO minus and put plus C1 and plus X. Both the places will be same. Both the reactions are happening inside the vessel at the same moment. They will achieve their equilibrium. Everything will be happening together. What is equilibrium constant for the first reaction? Can I say dissociation constant of acetic acid is Ka, which is CH3CO negative H plus divided by CH3COOH. Any problem in this so far? Okay. Now, if you put the numbers here, can I say this is C1 plus X and CH3COH is how much? C2 minus X. Check the values into H plus. Okay. Or what is H plus? We can say H plus is Ka times C2 minus X upon C1 plus X into multiplication. ठीक है ना? कोई प्रॉब्लम है यहाँ तक? Any problem in this part? Okay. Now just do one thing. Take log both sides. Log of H plus is log of k c2 minus x upon c1 plus x. Multiply everything with minus. This is pH. This is pk. Now, let's say this become minus log c2 minus x upon c1 plus x, but I'll write it as plus log c1 minus x upon c2 plus x. I hope that should be making sense to you.
So why C1 minus x, C1 plus x?
फिर से सोचो. Sorry, c1 plus. सही बात. c1 plus x upon c2 minus x. ठीक है, ऊपर चला गया बस ये. ठीक है, कर लेंगे. Any problem in this? आगे इतना. What is the range in which this will have the buffer range? We can say that c1 plus x divided by c2 minus x should lie within the range of 1 by 10 to 10. Why? Because log 10 is 1 and log 1 by 10 is minus 1. Spreha, is it clear? अच्छा बताइए, अगर ये वैल्यू है c1 plus x upon c2 minus x in this range, so can we say that if the change is not huge, right? If the change is not much, ये आपको क्राइटेरिया सेटिस्फाई करना है. Okay. Any issues with this? Any problem in this? Okay. Do you also understand that whatever be the value of pH, if you want to keep it same, your x should not be changing drastically. ऐसा नहीं कि x खूब सारा बड़ा वैल्यू बन जाना चाहिए एकदम से, right? How much we can also observe that this is pH is pKa plus log of concentration of C1 plus x is what? Can I say CH3CO minus part? Upon CH3COH part. Okay? इसी को बोलते हैं pKa plus log of salt by acid is known as pH. ठीक है? Now, since x is not a huge number, जो भी x की value, right? Whatever be the value of x, it will not be a huge number. It will be a smaller value, right? Because I'm choosing weak acid. So in front of C1, by C1, C2 किस range में होते हैं आपके? बोलना. C1 आपका let's say 0.1 होगा, 0.01 होगा. And x किस range में होता है? Acidic acid में if you have salt, 10 power minus 3 होगा, minus 4 होगा, minus 5 होगा, right? So can we say this x in front of this value is almost negligibly small, and this is almost C1 upon C2. So initial values we can take directly in place of C1 plus x upon C2 minus. Please note down this derivation. Complete this derivation. Okay. This is called Henderson equation for buffer solution. pH is pK plus log of salt upon acid. Now take the second case and do the derivation yourself. पूरा derivation करना है आपको बिना रुके हुए. Start with a weak base, salt of weak base, strong acid. Do the complete derivation, get the result. Do not what do you call, miss out steps. Write all these steps पूरा वैसे जैसे ये किया हुआ है ऐसे पूरा डिटेल में करते जाना है, करते जाना है, करते जाना है. Show all the steps. Purpose is that you can revise also. Okay, do you get the question? So you have to take a weak base, let's say ammonium hydroxide, and take that weak base with strong acid HCl. Take that salt. Do it. कर पा रहे हो डेरिवेशन पूरी? कौन सा कंपाउंड आपने चूज किया? वीक बेस एंड सॉल्ट ऑफ वीक बेस विद स्ट्रॉन्ग एसिड, क्या यूज किया? व्हाट कॉम्बिनेशन हैव यू टेकन, स्प्रिया?
So I had taken CH3COO and HCl.
CH3CO, why CH3CO? You have to take weak base. CH3CO तो एसिड था बेटा।
Okay.
तो वीक बेस आपको अमोनियम, जैसे वो अमोनियम हाइड्रोक्साइड एक वीक बेस है, एंड weak base with a weak base strong acid like ammonium chloride, let's say. So you can take NH4OH with NH4Cl combination that you can take. That's a weak base strong acid combination along with weak base. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So this is salt of weak base strong acid kept along with weak base. How will you write the expression? This is NH4 plus OH minus. Please note down. This will be NH4 plus Cl minus. On the similar lines, we will say that the first equation, if it is C1 minus X, X. Second equation is C2 minus C2. The reason for this is second equation is a salt, and salt can go completely into disintegration. Common things will be written both the places. So net NH4 plus is C2 plus X, NH4OH is C1 minus X. Now you will say Kb of this reaction equals NH4 plus OH minus upon NH4OH. What is that? C2 plus X divided by, or C1 minus X into OH minus. ये derivation सीखना होगा आपको, right? So what is log of Kb? Log of Kb is log of C2 plus X upon C1 minus X plus log of OH minus. Exchange the places. Minus log OH minus is minus log Kb plus log of C2 plus X upon, अच्छा लास्ट टाइम मैंने C2 ऊपर वाले को लिया था, अच्छा कंफ्यूजन ना हो जाए आपको, रुको। लास्ट टाइम मैंने C2 कौन सा लिया था? C2 मैंने ऊपर वाला लिया था, C1 मैंने नीचे वाला लिया था। तो एक काम करते हैं, जस्ट टू अवॉइड कंफ्यूजन, उसको मैं C1 ही कर दूं, या समझ में आ रहा है आपको? आर यू अंडरस्टैंडिंग? रटोगे तो नहीं? ठीक है, C1 माइनस एक्स। दिक्कत ये भी होती है ना, कई लोग रटते वैसे ही तो फिर फंस जाते हैं। सर वो तो आपने ऐसे बताया था, PKB प्लस log of, what is C2 plus X? C2 plus X is NH4 plus upon base. So basically the general equation will remain same. बस फर्क क्या हो गया यहाँ पे? सॉल्ट और बेस हो चुका है। This is also Henderson equation for buffer for base. How many got both equations? Understood both equations? Is it clear? And you must understand the limitation of this also. Whatever I'm writing is valid because I'm replacing C2 plus X upon C1 minus X as, this is the limitation. So I'm assuming here, I'm assuming this was almost C1 upon C2. Okay. And we also understand that this value is going to be in the limit of, it cannot cross the limit of 1 upon 10 to 10. If it is crossing, be careful. Don't call it buffer. Write equations separately, solve it separately. Don't take any neglection and do it properly in detail. Now, इतना बताने के बाद next part is, see, finding out weak acid conjugate, weak acid strong base with weak acid. This itself is a task. So I'll give you a list of things. You have to tell me whether they are buffer or not. Okay. शरणम जी, ये बफर है कि नहीं है? HCOOH with HCOOK, is it a buffer or not?
The weak is strong. HCOOH is weak.
हाँ या ना में आंसर दीजिए, लंबी कहानी
सर
नहीं
है,
चाहिए।
सर है।
यस, HCOH इज अ वीक एसिड एंड KOH के साथ इसका एक सॉल्ट बन गया HCOK, हेंस इट इज अ बफर। ठीक है, बिल्कुल सही बात है। CH3COOH with CH3COONA, is it a buffer, Rehan?
Yes, sir.
We have solved also. H2C2O4, Na2C2O4, is it a buffer, Spriya?
Yes.
Spriya, answer is no. ये समझना थोड़ा ध्यान से. When you have a diprotic or dibasic acid, you cannot remove both the H plus. You will go too far from the Ka value. So if it is H2C2O4 and you want to make buffer, you have to keep buffer with NaHC2O4. I'm just removing one hydrogen at a time. This is a buffer. If you are having NaHC2O4, in a way it is an acid because H plus is there, right? This along with Na2C2O4 can act as buffer. Understood? Adjoining members, not next to next members. Shanam, is it clear? What about this? H2CO3, Na2CO3. Is it a buffer, Shanam?
यस सर।
नहीं है, यही तो सिखाया आपने, यही ऊपर सिखाया है। फिर
एक
से क्वेश्चन,
यस सर।
it should be adjoining H2CO3 with NaHCO3. This is a buffer.
यस
Because if the gap is huge, you will not be able to balance the equilibrium with that way. NaHCO3 with Na2CO3 is a buffer. Yes, it is a
यस
buffer. HCO3 minus with CO3 minus 2, is it a buffer?
यस सर।
Why?
सर एक
यानी से ये और ये एक ही बात है, ध्यान से देखो, ये और ये, so कोई फर्क नहीं है.
यस
Okay, Na is not written because that's strong. Are you getting this? Is it clear? Okay, the next question. H2CO3. HCO3 minus is a buffer. PHCOH. PHCONA is a buffer. Keep writing. H3PO4. NaH2PO4. 3 and 2. And I say just adjoining. I just removed one H. Is a buffer. NaH2PO4. Na3PO4. Is it a buffer? Spriya.
Yes, sir.
नहीं है, यही तो सिखा रहा हूँ. 2H you removed.
It doesn't have H in it.
So 2H you remove, no? At least, see, it should be just 1H removal, right? So basically NaH2PO4, if I remove just 1H, then it is a buffer. Adjoining, बार बार यही गलती हो रही है, right? Na2HPO4 has H, weak acid, with Na3PO4, it is a buffer. Is it clear now? Just one H plus can be removed. If there are multi-H, you can remove not all H. See, one H is removed. यहाँ पे ज़्यादा remove किए, गलत हो गया. One is removed, correct. One is removed, correct. Is it clear? Keep writing. H2S, Na2S, Shanam, is it a buffer?
नो सर।
अभी सीख गया. H2S, NaHS, is it a buffer?
यस
Very good. HS minus, S2 minus, is it a buffer?
यस सर।
Very good. And H2S, S2 minus, is it a buffer? No. कर लेंगे. I hope now it is clear, very much clear. If you have to draw the conjugate, it should be the next conjugate, not next to next conjugate. Because one conjugate will, the value will drop by 10 power 4 units. अभी दूसरा लेके आ गए तो 10 power 8, 10 power 9 यूनिट का डिफरेंस हो गया. वहां पे कुछ बफर ऑफर नहीं मिलेगा, right? It will be a different compound altogether. Is it clear? Okay, so I hope now you have clarity about this whole discussion.
सर
Adjoining.
एसिड वीक होनी चाहिए क्या?
हाँ, वीक एसिड है ना, weak acid salt of the same weak acid with a strong base, or weak base salt of same weak base with strong acid, any of these two combination. Okay, now
Yes.
see some more. Whatever you have done so far, they are all acidic buffer. Mostly all of them are acidic buffer. Now see these examples. NH4OH, NH4NO3, is it a buffer? Vihan,
Yeah, it should be.
it's a weak acid, salt of weak acid with, sorry, weak base, salt of weak base with strong acid HNO3. It's a buffer.
Yes.
Okay. Spray, is it a buffer?
Sir, only one H is being removed.
Is it a buffer or not? Just give answer.
Yes.
No,
That's strong
this
layer.
is a strong base. कैसे बफर हो जाएगा? डेफिनेशन क्या है? वीक बेस लो, वीक बेस स्ट्रॉन्ग एसिड का सॉल्ट लो, और वीक एसिड लो, वीक एसिड स्ट्रॉन्ग बेस का सॉल्ट लो। यहाँ तो अपने वीक बेस और स्ट्रॉन्ग एसिड का सॉल्ट लिया हुआ है, कहाँ से बफर हो जाएगा? गो टू द
Okay.
डेफिनेशन प्रिया, वंस अगेन डेफिनेशन एक बार ध्यान से देखिए। यही दो चीजें बफर हो सकती हैं, वीक एसिड सॉल्ट ऑफ वीक एसिड और स्ट्रॉन्ग बेस, वीक बेस सॉल्ट ऑफ, अब NaOH कहाँ से इसमें सेटिस्फाई कर रहा है, किस क्राइटेरिया को सेटिस्फाई कर रहा है? ठीक है, नहीं कर रहा है। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, अमोनियम साइनाइड, अमोनियम हाइड्रोक्साइड, it's a weak base, it's a weak base with weak acid salt. Okay, so weak base salt of weak base strong acid is a buffer, not this way. So आंसर बोलूंगा नहीं है। ठीक है, कर पाओगे? अच्छा, if I give you CH3COH and NaOH and also give that CH3COH concentration is more than NaOH, and I mix them in equal volume, VML and VML, is it a buffer or not? आप बताइए। CH3COH and NaOH I have mixed. I kept CH3COH and NaOH in such a way that CH3COH is more than NaOH. Is it a buffer or not? Rehan?
So I'm not sure, I'm thinking.
एक है
Huh?
तो है क्या है शायद सर है
It is buffer because CH3COH is more than NaOH. So NaOH तो consume हो जाएगा. CH3COH is extra. That means some CH3COH will become CH3CONA, right? And remaining CH3COH will also stay. So ये basically आप पहुंच गए कहाँ पे? आप, this will take you to this place. You get that? This is this only. Hence it is a buffer.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any problem in this? Any issues?
So just a minute, I'll note it down. Just 2 minutes.
Hmm. कर लेंगे, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं आता। अब चलिए कुछ क्वेश्चंस देखते हैं इसमें. See what kind of questions are asked on this, right? Answer.
So 10.
pH of a buffered solution of this.
So is it 10?
Good. pOH is how much?
So,
pKb plus log of salt upon base. Salt और base दोनों ही 0.1 है, तो आपका वो log 1 बन जाएगा. pOH ही pKb हो जाएगा. pOH is 4, so pH is 10. आ गया? स्प्रिया, शर्नम, वेरी गुड. शर्नम आ गया?
तो
शर्नम.
ये वाला नहीं किया था मैंने. नेक्स्ट वाला
pOH is pKb plus log of salt क्या है? NH4CO. बेस क्या है?
नेक्स्ट 4 हो गया.
तो log 1 कितना हो गया?
0.
सो pH क्या हो गया? ओके, डन. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. In a buffer solution of a weak acid and its solution, if the ratio of concentration of salt to that of an acid is increased 10 times, the pH of buffer, बताइए. सॉल्ट एसिड का रेशियो 10 टाइम कर दिया आप, तो पीएच पे क्या प्रभाव पड़ेगा इसका? व्हाट विल बी द चेंज इन पीएच? Like say initially it is X, later it becomes
increase
10X.
by 1.
So this question है. pH prime is pK plus log 10x, right? Log 10x क्या होता है? Log 10x is log 10 plus log x. And log 10 is how much? 1. So answer is increase by 1. कर लेंगे? Next question. Which will act as a buffer solution? Try. Which will act as a buffer solution? गलत करने से अच्छा है थोड़ा टाइम ले लो. गलत मत करना प्लीज.
So send the answer, can you check?
You can tell.
Fourth option.
Fourth option. Okay. How do you decide buffer? So first case तो भूल जाओ, दोनों ही स्ट्रांग है, कुछ नहीं हो सकता. सेकंड केस में भी कुछ नहीं हो सकता, दोनों ही स्ट्रांग है, कुछ भी ज्यादा हो कम हो, क्या ही क्यों ही सॉल्व करना मेरे को, राइट? They can't be buffer, no? Third case, CH3COH is 15 to 0.2, that is 10 units, 10 MEQs, and this is also 10 MEQs. It will form CH3CONA, that to 10 MEQs. This can't be buffer because this is salt of weak acid and strong base. But I don't have any weak acid left along with that. Is it clear? Coming to fourth option, 10 units and 15 units. 15 is more than 10. So this will remain 5. This will be 0. Okay. And since it is reacting 10 units, it will form 10 units of NaCN. So you have 5 MEQs of HCN and 10 MEQs of NaCN. So what is the maths? P weak acid है ना, pH लिख दो. अगर लिखना होगा तो ऐसे सॉल्व करो, ये करना नहीं इस क्वेश्चन में, बट ऐसे बता रहा हूँ. What is salt? And acid is 5. Okay. pK of HCN you have to use. Any problem? Next question. इसमें एक टाइपिंग एरर है, KP नहीं होना चाहिए. Leave it. Answer this question. Which can act as a buffer? Which can act as buffer?
The first one.
First one.
More than one भी हो सकते हैं, ध्यान से देख लो.
Or more than one. I think fourth one also should work.
बताइए. What's the answer?
So is it first and fourth?
First can be. What about second? CH3CON is more than HCl. So what will happen? This will remain. And HCl is less. So what will it form after reaction? CH3COH. तो ये weak acid हो गया. ये weak acid strong base का salt बच गया. That is also buffer. Fourth is also buffer. HCN and NaCN is a buffer. NH4CN is also buffer. Can act as a buffer. Though it is a weak base, weak acid salt. Right on this line. Weak acid. Because look at the question, language. Which can act as buffer. Now, if I say which can act as a buffer, and if they give any weak acid, weak base case, so understand weak acid, weak base case, if you mix something in that salt, nothing will work, right? It will not go anything extreme. So these solution also can act as a buffer, but the question language is different. Which of the following is a buffer solution? By definition, wise two things only. It should be weak acid, weak base, weak acid, salt of weak acid with strong base, or weak base, salt of weak base with strong acid. It can't be any other thing. But the question is, can act as a buffer? I will mark C also. Understand the language part? ये है तो मैं ये mark कर सकता हूँ. अगर question specifically सिर्फ buffer की definition पे होगा, then I'll mark A, B and D. I'll not mark C. Because by definition, D is not buffer. C is not buffer. Are you getting this? Answer.
The last option.
Solve. Others, please solve. Acid is doubled. So pH is What is the change? Can I say this term will become log of salt upon acid? तो एज इट इज रहा, माइनस log of 2. इतना ही तो फर्क पड़ेगा न्यू पीएच को. What is log 2? 0.3010. What's the answer? कर लोगे आंसर. An acidic buffer can be prepared by mixing. एक्चुअल में कोई भी नहीं हो पाएगा. ठीक है, इसमें कोई भी नहीं होगा. बेसिक बफर होगा बी से. नाउ कम बैक. आंसर. शरणम.
Sir, not a buffer solution with pH net. A option.
कौन सा?
Option A.
ऑप्शन ए. ठीक है, इजी. NaCl HCl, NaCl तो न्यूट्रल होता है, HCl इज लेस देन 7, कॉम्बिनेशन लेस देन 7 ही जाएगा, राइट. एंड इट्स नॉट अ बफर, फॉर श्योर इट इज नॉट अ बफर. इसका सेकंड पार्ट सॉल्व करिए. फर्स्ट पार्ट लास्ट क्लास में किया था हम लोगों ने, रिमेंबर. आई सेड सेकंड पार्ट बाद में करेंगे. ट्राई. ट्राई. Incomplete. So acetic acid is mixed with HCl. Degree of dissolution of acetic acid in the resulting solution, pH of a solution. So first part I think we have done in the last class. If you recall, we said pH is 1 because we neglected acetic acid. And we said like the governing thing is with HCl. Can you recall this question? First part we have done already. Today we have to do second part. 6 gram NaOH is added to the above solution, determine the final pH. 6 gram NaOH molecular weight is 40. 40 से डिवाइड करो कितना जाएगा 3/20 0.3 0.15 यूनिट्स इसकी हो गई. So what will this can do? This will react with CH3COH and form CH3CONA. So you get CH3COH and CH3CONA also in this solution. Fine. Okay. You'll get these two things. And if these two things are formed, are we having any HCl also? 0.1 unit HCl is also there. So पहले 0.1 consume हो जाएगा HCl. And then बाकी सारी चीजें आपकी रिएक्ट कर जाएंगी CH3COH रिएक्ट करके ये सॉल्यूशन बन पा रहा है. चेक करो. You had total 0.15. 0.1 will go with HCl. HCl is over. Now remaining 0.05 will be present for further reaction. It can react with CH3COH and can give you this kind of formation. Is it clear, Shadow? So what is solved by acid here? They both are same, no? 0.05 and 0.05. Remember, these are concentration, but volume is same. So V to ऐसे ही cancel हो रहा है. And N factor is also 1 for both. So there's no need of writing gram equivalents and all. We can simply say this value. How much is the answer? pKa is your answer. 4.75 आपका आंसर हो जाएगा. ठीक है. 5 minus log of 1.75. कर लोगे? Okay.
So that NaOH we don't take 0.15 because it first reacts with HCl, right?
Oh, 0.15 is NaOH. 0.1 will go with HCl.
Yeah,
0.05
yes,
will
yes.
be remaining. Yeah. Answer.
Sir, I'm getting 4.2 into 10 power minus 4.
Volume, you're getting that.
Yeah, so volume only.
Hmm. Yeah.
So I think I got my mistake just a minute.
Sir, is it 7 point something?
Answer is 78.36. Just check. H2CO3 is given, NHCO3 is given. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And you're using pH is pK plus log of salt upon acid. The only thing which is problematic is this part. You have to ensure that 5 upon 20 आ रहा है statement.
So I got that only.
Then तो आ जाना चाहिए. 7 minus.
Okay, sir, I think I understood my mistake. And it's
Okay.
7.8 into 10 power minus 7 divided by 7.4, not multiplied by.
Uh, just try to get. If you got the formula, that's fine. Any issues? ठीक है. Remaining फिर
No.
इसके आगे हम लोग next class में करते हैं. That is Friday. Please revise what all you've done. Okay. Take care.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.